Всем доброго времени суток, меня зовут Виктор, и это Sedeus Games, и мы продолжаем проходить Greedfall. Так, ну что, пойдем выведем этих ребяток из этого страшного подземелья. Так, куда идти-то вообще? Сюда, что ли? А потом пойдем в Сан-Матеус. И опять же спасем город. А я не понял, а где эти? Типа... Они потом пойдут, когда я расчищу дорогу. Хыч! И зачем я сюда залез? Чё-то я... Ну ладно. О, привет! Ребятушки, а что вы тут делаете? Дон-дон-дон-дон-дон. Так, я надеюсь, мне придется бежать назад, чтобы они типа за мной успели, ребята эти, которых мы выводим. Окрестности Хикмета. Знаком черепа отмечены враги, уровень которых намного выше вашего. Фигня все это. Маг их разрывает, как и обычных. Оба.
You have saved our lives. How can we thank you? We will never forget what you have done for us on Almenawi.
Yes, we will always be grateful.
We're not very far from the Hikmet outpost. You will have to be careful.
I know how to reach the port without being seen.
Perfect. As for you, you should take refuge in Vikshadir. You will be safe there, but you should avoid the Alliance patrols.
We'll get there.
Не, я понимаю, нахера они взяли в плен этих, как бы... Как его называется? Туземцев. Нахера они нафтов взяли в плен? Так, ну чё, что там по квестам? Квесты, опыты. Поговорить с наместником Бурханом. Блин, где тут ближайший? Ага. Вот здесь, наверное, можно переместиться будет, да? Опять полетела. Летающая носера. Наместник Бурхин. А потом мы пойдем в Сан-Матеус. Главное, чтобы там миссии такие же не были, как и здесь. Хотя, скорее всего, там такое же будет. Типа, иди-ка ты проверь, что там творится. Мы приходим, убиваем хранителя очередного, и нам такие, это, оказывается, не они, не туземцы.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, and to what do I owe this honor?
I've been to Asili's laboratory and what I discovered was abominable. Hundreds of poor souls tortured, victims of horrifying experiments. There were so many dead that a pit had been dug to burn the bodies.
How horrifying. I cannot believe it.
The natives were not the only victims of these crimes. There are also a number of Nauts.
Nauts? Pardon me for doubting you, but do you have proof of what you say? And have you brought Dr. Asili to me so he may answer these accusations?
Yes, we captured him.
Really? Very well. I will ensure that he is judged as quickly as possible. What was done with the prisoners that were being held in the laboratory?
They were freed. The Danae Exregau are satisfied and should call off their attack.
What a relief. Finally, some good news. How can I repay you?
By allowing me to take part in the trial proceedings. What I saw merits justice, and I fear that the accused will find a great many defenders amongst his fellow savants.
It is a rather novel request, but granted. I shall inform the prosecutor. Let us remember that the madness of a man should not cast a shadow upon the greater sum of his work. His research is perhaps our only chance of discovering a remedy. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lord.
Еще какой-то квест. Так, что у нас там? Что у нас там по уровню? Очередное очко навыков. 2. Так, что мы прокачать хотели? Вот это прокачать зачем? Не знаю, он пускай будет. Характеристики. Так, сила, бла-бла-бла, магия, выносливость, здоровье больше будет, сила магии будет больше. Я силу не прокачаю, ловкость тоже так бессмысленно качать ее. Выносливость, выносливость. Зачем мне выносливость? Я и так сдалека. Давайте магию возьмем. Талантов нету. Ну, погнали, погнали. Где там наш суд? Суд. Так, я так понимаю, это где-то здесь прям? Не, наружу. Снаружи. Налево, налево, налево. Ага. Ты прокурор? Прокурорша.
Hello. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. Governor Buren told me to pay you a visit.
Oh. It is you who arrested Dr. Asili and must help me prepare the trial.
Exactly.
Excellent. We will have lots to do if we want the doctor to pay for his crimes. The accused has a lot of support. Any evidence and testimonies you can gather will be useful.
We'll have no problem gathering witnesses. His laboratory cells were full of them.
We will call them to the witness box, of course. But be aware that if the victims are natives, their words will unfortunately not carry much weight here.
There were also some noughts. Perhaps I could convince some of the doctor's colleagues to talk.
Their testimony will be crucial. The word of other scholars is likely to be the only thing that condemns him. That plus any material evidence you can gather.
I picked up a strange powder in the laboratory. A substance that I've not been able to identify.
You should show it to an alchemist. We need to know what it is to be able to use it.
These documents describe Dr. Asili's work, as well as the horrible experiments he was performing.
Perfect. I will read them in detail. We will no doubt find something to support my prosecution.
I have found a letter proving that Dr. Asili voluntarily transmitted the Malachor to my cousin, Constantin Dorsey. I would like to add that I too was a victim of this poisoning.
Did the accused try to take the life of the governor of New Serene? This is an extremely serious crime.
Indeed. He saw my cousin and me as the ideal control group to prove his theories. And no humanitarian or diplomatic consideration could put a stop to his ambition.
This letter alone is crucial proof. I will put it on our file.
Do we have any chance of winning?
Yes, I am rather confident. You have provided overwhelming evidence. But if we had witnesses, we would have an even bigger chance of winning.
I will return to you soon. The Nauts should be at the port, and the islanders had to take refuge in Vikshadir. As for the scientists, they said they would go back to the governor's laboratory. I should give this powder to someone who can tell me what it is.
Так, ну допустим, исследуй черный порошок. Давайте по одной. Что у нас тут ближайшее? Резиденция де Садре. Переместиться, поговорить об Асиле с Альфрой. Ага. Ну ладно, давай поговорим об Асиле с Альфрой. Раз она ближайшая к нам. Погоди, Альфра у меня со мной бегает.
Desade, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
I would like you to tell me about Asili.
I was expecting you to come and see me about this. What would you like to know?
Were you aware of Dr. Asili's experiments?
In part, yes. That's why I chose not to be his student any longer.
Why not say anything?
Because I never thought he would go so far. Over time, he became more and more cruel. I found his approach brutal. As if by meeting the natives it deprived him of all humanity. He spoke of them as test subjects, never as people. But there was a time when he was the greatest doctor and scientist in the Alliance. And I clung on to that memory.
You do know that you were captured thanks to him.
Yes, but I thought the natives wanted to trade us merely as prisoners of war. I was blind. And stupid. I regret it terribly.
Do you think, as your master does, that science justifies all sacrifices?
No. I may have believed that at one time, without of course ever imagining that we'd resort to such cruel treatment. But Duncas, you and Siora have opened my eyes to the limits of science. To worship it as we do in the Alliance does not make us better than Teleme.
In your opinion, were the horrors practiced in this laboratory necessary for his research?
No, even if he was convinced of it. General interest outweighs the suffering of a few individuals. He wanted results quickly, to the point of neglecting slower, more humane methods. I hope we'll succeed in ensuring these experiments never happen again.
Would you be willing to testify against Dr. Asili during his trial?
Of course. I was going to talk to you about that. I want to convince my colleagues that we must give up these kind of methods. And even if it costs me dearly, I want my master to pay for what he did. Anything else?
Что, замутить с ней любовную сцену, что ли? А почему нет?
Did
Давайте.
you have any fellow students?
Of course. We were but a small group working with Dr. Asili, but we were encouraged not to get too close to each other. It was more of a competition. Why? What's on your mind?
Did you not share your knowledge with the others?
Not really. And to be honest, I don't even know if they would have listened to me back then. You would not believe how much competition there is in the universities of Al-Sad.
I think it's a pity. It seems to me that ideas progress faster when they're shared.
That is true, but I did not know it back then. I only discovered it thanks to you. Anything else?
How did you feel when we visited the cave?
Astonishment, I think. I felt as if I had reached my goal. As if I was finding a long-lost treasure. It was strangely moving, I think. What about you?
It was a moving moment indeed. And I was happy to be able to share it with you.
I am also happy I have found someone to share these discoveries with. When I'm with you, I feel as if I'm learning differently. Feeling new things. And I'm very grateful to you for that. Anything else?
О связи молодых людей.
What do you think of the love that unites those young people? It really seems as if they share something special.
It's true. I don't think I've ever stumbled upon two people that were so close to one another. On the continent, where everything is political, it only happens in fairy tales. But here...
Do you ever think that you could become that close to someone?
To be honest, no. Not before I saw this young couple.
What about now?
I do not like to lose myself in vain reveries, but for some time now, I've begun to think that such sharing of ideas and feelings is in fact possible. Anything else?
Do you think that attending this ceremony has changed your world vision?
Yes, obviously. Before it, I was so focused on my own knowledge. This ritual made me understand the power of sharing, of emotions and of the bonds between people. This new vision gives me new perspectives. A whole new life is ahead of me.
I hope I'll be lucky enough to be by your side.
We share amazing memories now. A bond has been created between us two, and I can't imagine this new life without you by my side. Anything else?
Блин, все так слабенько прописано, вообще жесть. Данкас, это естественно.
I must leave you.
Говорится, ребята, учитесь на этом. Есть такая игра Divinity Original Sin 2. 1, 2. Ну да, не, один как бы слабее. Вот во второй там просто текстом прописано. Все превосходно прописано. Так, что у нас дальше? Исследовать черный порошок и поговорить с исследователями. Ну все прям там. То есть даже не обязательно сцены какие-то делать, не знаю, там можно просто сделать текстом замечательно, великолепные диалоги сделать. А тут, конечно, все так по-простому, уже просто дичь. Где так, что-то я... Банана, помню, туда повернул я. Это где-то тут надо поворачивать, да? Угу. Так. Второй этаж, а это сразу здесь.
I never thought I'd see you here again. Why are you still free?
Dr. Honor made sure that I was set free. He needed my help. What do you want?
What is your purpose here?
I helped Dr. Honor to understand the research of my former master. He's the one who became his successor.
I do hope that he doesn't use the same methods.
Of course not.
What about your other colleagues? What's become of them?
They felt guilty. They stopped their experiments and returned to Al-Sad.
What do the other scholars think of Dr. Asili now that his actions have been revealed for all to see?
Most still admire him greatly. He was the greatest amongst us, you know? They didn't witness what was happening in the lab, and they have little interest in the natives. For them, the main problem is political, given that the war against the rebels cost us dearly. Until they understand the horrors that happened there, they will not have any moral issues.
I discovered this strange powder in one of the laboratory's chests. Do you know what it is?
I did see the doctor using it once or twice, but I don't know what it is. But I can study it for you if you want. I have the tools that will allow me to do so here.
So, what is it?
It is a quintessence of black blood. Probably created using the blood of numerous patients. The doctor managed to harness the very concept of the malachor in this powder. A single pinch ingested by someone would be enough for them to be afflicted by the disease. With the quantities that you brought me, hundreds of people could be contaminated. It's terrifying. I cannot believe Asili would do such a thing. Here, these are my notes. I wrote down all the details of my experiments, as well as my conclusions.
Thank you. I will relay them to the prosecutor.
Химическое оружие, пацан, делал.
Are you prepared to testify against Dr. Asili?
I would like to say no. You had me thrown in prison, and without Dr. Honor's intervention, I would still be there. But I can't stop thinking about what we did in that laboratory. I think only by testifying will I ease my conscience.
Thank you. Your story could change the outcome of this trial. I must leave you. What she saw working alongside a silly obviously upset her. She will make an excellent witness.
Так, из гильдии нафтов. Поговорить с исследователями в лаборатории Хикмета. Подожди, это, по-моему, где-то здесь должно быть. На втором этаже, да? Да, на втором этаже. Или да. Подожди, а где второй этаж? Как туда зайти? А, вон. Все просто.
Dr. Honor, what do you want?
What do you think of Dr. Asili now that you've learned how he conducted his research?
Well, obviously the few excesses he has conceded himself are unfortunate, but he remains the greatest scientist that the Alliance has ever known. His work has had a profound effect on science. It seems quite unfair to me to reduce his life's work just to what he has done lately.
If I understand correctly, you will be one of his defenders.
Naturally. I don't deny that he made a terrible mistake, but he meant well. And he was probably acting on behalf of our helplessness to combat the Malachor.
What is your role and what is your research topic?
I'm in charge of the Governor's laboratories. My main research concerns the Malachor, of course. Above all, we searched for a way to reduce the suffering of the sick.
Searched?
Now that we have access to my colleague Asili's work, it gives us hope of finding a cure.
So the crimes he committed while conducting his work do not concern you?
He will be judged for that. But it would be a shame for him to have done all this for nothing.
Would you agree to speak at the trial? Your influence could be crucial.
Oh, but I already intended to give a statement. His lawyer came to find me.
So are you ready to defend a man who used to torture and murder to advance his research?
Indeed, because I think the entire work of a scientist should not be judged on a single mistake. It is obvious that he should not have used such methods, but Asili has never been very political. I doubt he understood the implications of his actions.
So you're saying the only problem in this case is political?
Essentially, yes. The war he nearly caused could have been expensive for our governor and the city, but let's not fool ourselves. No tears will be shed over the fate of a few of those bloodthirsty savages.
What interest do you have in defending Dr. Asili? You've obviously taken his place since his arrest. I understand that you admired him a lot, but under his tutelage you could not really impose your own ideas. Well, now you finally have a chance to leave your own mark on history.
You are not wrong, but I find it rather unlikely that he will be sentenced.
I have gathered a lot of damning evidence against him. And with your testimony...
I could finally publish my research on fountain contamination. Very well, you've convinced me. I will now testify for the prosecution. It is true that it's time to turn the page and leave his cruel methods behind.
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Honor is an influential scholar. His testimony would convince the judges.
Да ладно, мы тому походу на костре сожгем. Убедить девушку из гильдии нафтов, встретиться с выжившими девушка из нафтов. Пошли. Так, это нам куда? Это нам налево. Ну мы же дружим с нафтами, поэтому проблем не должно быть с ними. Ага, понял.
all right?
Once again, thanks to you. These people wanted to kill me.
They certainly wanted to prevent you from testifying at the doctor's trial.
The doctor will be judged. I suppose you'd like me to testify about how we suffered.
Indeed. If you do not fear another attempt on your life by these men.
Don't worry. I won't put up with intimidation. From now on, my people will watch over me until I can testify. And I intend to witness the execution of our torturer. You can count on me.
Thank you. Your word will be crucial during the trial.
Хе-хе-хе. Так, нам надо переместиться. Где тут быстрее всего? Быстрее всего, видимо, у меня в домике. Блин, эти лабиринты улиц кривые, неровные, ни хера непонятно куда идти. Ща мы свой великолепный ораторский дар по полной программе применим.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy.
Desade, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
I must leave you.
Так. Побежали.
Hey! You are the Onol Menawi who freed us. We managed to reach Vikshadir.
They told me what you did for them, Renaikse. Well done. I was able to give them the care they needed. Some wounds will take time to heal, but they are safe thanks to you.
I'm happy to see that they're better.
But you didn't come here for that, did you?
No. I came to ask for your help. The doctor who captured and tortured you is about to be tried for his crimes. He has a lot of support among his people. He's a respected man despite what he did. If we don't have testimony from some of his victims, he will surely be released.
You'll have our words. We'll go to the Grand City and tell our story.
And the Mad Lion will die for causing so much harm to our people.
May the earth engulf him. You can return to Hikmet. I'll make sure they get there in good health.
Thank you, Tiernahach. And thank you all. I blame myself for forcing these poor people back to the city where they have suffered so much.
My people are strong and proud. They will not be afraid to speak in front of your judges for justice.
Ну все. Осили, таби пизда. Текай с городу. Так, где это? Где это перемещалка? А вот она. Так. Сейчас засудим говнюка. Я так понимаю, мне опять Кэтрин, да, прокурору. Здесь тоже можно пройти? Можно.
You have returned, Your Excellency. Do you have any news on our matter?
A Naut victim of Dr. Asili agreed to testify at the trial.
Excellent. This kind of testimony will certainly rattle his defense.
The islanders will testify at the trial. Their injuries will surely convince the judges.
Indeed. But do bear in mind that the islanders are not highly regarded in Hikmet.
I managed to convince the scientists in the governor's laboratory to speak in our favor.
Excellent. These are not direct witnesses, but if they denounce the doctor, we are sure to be heard.
I even got a testimony from one of Dr. Asili's colleagues.
Perfect. That will convince our scientists, and you know how important they are in Hikmet.
Afra, one of Dr. Asili's former students, has agreed to testify.
Excellent. This woman is very respected by the governor. Her statement will carry a lot of weight.
An alchemist studied the powder that we found in the laboratory. Apparently, it's some kind of concentrate made from the blood of several patients with the Malachor. It seems that less than a pinch of this powder is enough to contaminate whoever consumes it. There's enough here to make a small town sick.
A terrifying thought. I will add the analysis and this powder to the evidence on record. You have gathered overwhelming evidence. The defense will have a hard time saving the accused. I think we can go to trial with confidence now.
Will the trial begin soon?
It seems to be the right time. Excellent investigation work. I think we have every chance of winning.
Where will the trial be held?
At the palace. I regret to inform you that you will not be able to attend. However, I'm sure the governor will keep you informed of the outcome of the proceedings.
Да я думал-то, ё-моё.
Madame, congratulations. The trial was exemplary. Asili's madness was exposed to the entire world. And you have demonstrated the horror of his methods.
Thank you, Excellency. But all praise should be showered upon Sir Desade. The evidence he supplied was irrefutable.
It was necessary that you hear the victims, in order to understand the extremities to which your science has taken you.
Come now. One cannot conclude that science was guilty here.
Not science, but the savants were. It is never right to set aside humanity in the name of the common good. No knowledge justifies killing or torture.
Your words are wise, and I promise to remember them.
You have not always shown yourself a man of impeccable judgment, Excellency.
We are all, from time to time, victim of our own blind enthusiasm, that is true. But this trial has shaken my usual resolve. It may very well change the course of history.
Сальфа на казнь? Хе-хе-хе! Ща мы там... Где он там? Пацаны тут. Тю-ду-ду-ду-ду. Где его казнить будут? На площади? Да, на площади.
Afra, are you certain that you want to attend this?
I do not want to attend. I must.
Dr. Asili, you have been found guilty of all accusations brought against you. In consequence, the Bridge Alliance Tribunal condemns you to death. Do you have any final words?
You treat me like a monster. But how many times have you stayed your own hands? So close to the goal to finally find a remedy, you would have done as I. What do a few lives mean when the future of all humanity hangs in the balance? You are nothing more than idiots, incompetents, and you, Baron, are the greatest hypocrite of all. You know that I am right.
Executioner, earn your pay.
You know that I am right.
Шпок. Все. Ну что скажешь, как там?
Desade, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
Так, ну это тут обучение о силе для наблюдения за Данкасом.
I must leave you.
Так, ну чё, что у нас осталось? Штурма Сан-Матеусе. Матеус, Сан-Матеус. Так, где моя... это... Вон там где-то, да? Где мой домик? О, мой домик. Сан-Матеус. Никто тут со мной поговорить не хочет. Ну и ладно. Так, дружище, у тебя ничего полезного не появилось? Тут полированный бацинет, шлем, шпирет, тюрбан. Не появилось. Когда они это чудище убирают с площади? Сожгли, как бы убрать могли уже, давно протухло. Хотя он деревянный, он вообще должен был дотла сгореть просто.
Sir Desade, seeing you is a genuine relief.
Your emissary informed us that you were in need of our help.
Indeed. She must have told you that we were being attacked. We are sustaining the relentless assaults of furious animals, which some people believe to be sent by the demons of the island.
Some people? So you're not certain that's the case?
We were mistaken when we thought them responsible for the Malicor. I became more cautious. But no matter where these attacks come from, our men are becoming exhausted. One of our outposts to the east has sent us a distress message. They won't hold much longer. I beg you, you must go to their aid. Maybe they can help you find out where these beasts come from.
I will go there and meet them. I hope to make it in time.
I am infinitely grateful, Your Excellency. You have proved your efficiency many times already. I am certain you will put an end to this.
I must leave you.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Какие они все бесполезные. Пока не придет великий герой и не спасет всех, и ничего не произойдет. Да. Помочь солдатам на заставе Сан-Матеуса. А где у нас застава-то? Там далеко застава же, подожди. Застава прям тут, костер. Так, мне быстрее дойти до своего убежища. Это тут бежать, в принципе, недалеко. Но я все равно ленивый, поэтому я пойду в убежище и перемещусь, так быстрее будет. Да блин, где эта фигня? Переместиться. Сан-Матеус, лагерь у заставы. Опа!
You shouldn't stay here. We're sustaining terrible attacks. The animals appear to be crazy. They already killed several of my soldiers.
We are actually here to help you.
Are you the backup? We were starting to lose hope. I must admit that I was praying for more soldiers, but any help is welcome. We're under attack every night, and we've already lost a lot of men. At this rate, we won't survive another night.
Don't worry. We will do everything in our power to make sure that you do.
You still have some time to prepare before these beasts attack again.
All right, let's wait.
Ready, weapons? There they are!
Ура! В атаку, блин! сразу 4 раза могу впыхнуть своей этой штукенцией. Чё, опять? Где? О, прикольные какие-то с этими, с шипами с какими-то. Все?
We have succeeded! Bravo, soldiers! We have resisted. Thank you, Excellency. I do not know what would have happened had you not helped us. My troops and I owe you a hearty drink.
Okay.
Thanks for your help. You are an extraordinary fighter. If it weren't for you, the outpost would have undoubtedly fallen tonight.
If these attacks are always this violent, even with our support, it won't hold much longer. We must uncover the origin of these attacks.
I've thought about it, and I sent a few men 2 days ago in the hope that they would find out where the attacks came from. But first and foremost, why they are attacking. But I haven't heard from them since. I'm afraid I might have sent them to their death.
Could you at least tell me which way they went? I might be able to track them.
They followed a trail going north of a place the natives call the Woods of Lightning.
Thank you, officer. I will do everything in my power to find them. Until then, try to hold on.
You be careful. Goodbye.
Так, ну ладно, лес молний, короче, все дела. Это мы, пожалуй, пойдем в следующей серии. На этом мы серию закончим. Не забывайте подписываться на канал, если вы еще не подписаны по какой-то причине. Комментируйте видео, задавайте вопросы. А на этом все. Всем до встречи, всем пока.